So one of the guys in my platoon grew up in South Florida, had never really left South Florida other than to go to the Marines. And when he got out, he went to college down there, and back near his hometown, and he did very well. In fact, he felt a little bit stifled because he wanted to be more involved in the world than maybe his fellow students at this small school. And then he graduated, and he just went to work at a sort of local investment shop and was actually pretty unhappy. He realized that he wanted to have more purpose in his life, but didn't seem to have very broad horizons in his small world down in South Florida. And so he called me, and I asked him, what does he want to do? He said he really would like to work for the State Department. I was going to the Kennedy School of Government at that time, and so I said, well, why don't you apply to a school like this? And he said there's no way that I would ever get in. I mean, he just thought that the idea of going to Harvard was completely ridiculous. But I knew how smart he was, I knew how talented he was, and I knew what a hard worker he was. And so I encouraged him to apply. And he ended up applying to 3 different top graduate schools for foreign policy, and he got into all 3. So here's a guy who, if I hadn't simply told him, you should apply, you can do this, he would never have even dreamed of trying. And now he's gotten job offers in Africa and Washington, D.C., and all over the globe. And he's incredibly successful, but he had to make that leap. And in this case, it really took someone telling him, like, don't think that just because you grew up in this small community and you went to this school that's not very famous, that you can't, that you aren't good enough to do what some of your peers are doing at fancier places.